Party members will decide, and all signs point to the candidate who has dominated since the beginning. Keith Baldry has more.
With just 5 days to go before the vote, it's looking like a three-way race with Christy Clark, George Abbott, and Kevin Falcon desperately trying to win the hearts and minds of BC Liberal Party members.
There's no doubt that some of the active debate in the party and some of the attacks that have been launched by the different candidates have probably dragged down the numbers for everybody a little bit. And I would suggest that the sooner this race ends, the better for the party to move on in the long run.
When it comes to all voters, the Ipsos Reid poll now shows that George Abbott is the only one with more positive impressions than negative ones. Christy Clark has the most positives, but her negatives have climbed as well. Mike de Jong and especially Kevin Falcon aren't faring nearly as well. But when only BC Liberal voters are sampled, Christy Clark once again comes out on top by a wide margin. Her positives are still significantly higher than her nearest rival, George Abbott, as she nets out at a plus 32, while Kevin Falcon's positives are down and his negatives are growing.
While Christy Clark's numbers have dropped a little bit since the last time we did a survey about a month ago, particularly among BC Liberal past voters, she's way above her competitors.
Christy Clark has another edge as well when it comes to who would be most likely to get people to consider voting for the BC Liberals. Clark at 25% is almost double the score of George Abbott, while the other two barely register. And finally, when it comes to personal attributes such as honesty, friendliness, sensibility, etc., Clark scores better than her rivals in most categories.
When it comes to attributes that are about being outgoing or more social, Christy Clark has a big lead on her rivals. When it comes to being charismatic, friendly, likable, she's the candidate of choice. But when it comes to things that are being a little bit more thoughtful, that's where George Abbott shines a little bit more. So he's viewed as the person who's more down to earth, more sensible. Kevin Falcon doesn't lead on any of those attributes, but the areas where he does best are, again, some of those thinking attributes, smart and visionary.